Today's video is sponsored by Famous Faces and Funnies, as well as Docking Bay 94, Ian's Display Accessories, and Daddy-O Toys and Comics. Check on the link below. Hello, and welcome to another exciting episode of Codename New202. Hi, I'm your presenter, Shabu RU. So even though we're in the middle of Cobra Convergence 5, I thought it'd be great to take a quick break and feature another iconic franchise from our childhood. And I'm talking about Masters of the Universe. You're probably sitting there and thinking, wait, didn't you cover this about a couple months ago? And I did. I featured the Super7 line. Since then, Mattel has taken back the iconic franchise and are producing new figures on their own. It seems like that's the way to go. We've seen Hasbro / Kenner do it with the Kenner 1980s release of their iconic figures from Empire and then A New Hope. And I'm sure Jedi will come next year, marking the anniversary for that line. And of course, Hasbro has brought back G.I. Joe. So there's been this whole wave of retro play, so to speak. Again, this is tailored for the adults, which I think is a big miss because, you know, I like to see these companies appeal to the kids and get them away from iPhone apps and all this other bullcrap. So the fact that, you know, they're targeting Arma dollars is kind of, it's bittersweet. So anyway, we're going to feature two of the figures, and I'm going to showcase He-Man and Skeletor. And we'll do a comparison of the original as well as the Super 7 versions of them. And let's have a little discussion about that. So a few months back, I did a review of the Evil Lyn figure from Super 7, and at that time I had said that Mattel had taken back the license for Masters of the Universe because Mattel is going to be producing their own line of retro He-Man figures with modern articulation. Now, this seems to be the new norm. That's what's going on in the toy industry, and case in point, we have Hasbro releasing the iconic Kenner vintage Star Wars figures, and you know, with the big retro sticker. And I point to Analog Toys and Retro Blasting for those videos on their thoughts. It's a bittersweet thing, like I said, in the fact that it's aimed at adult collectors and not appealing to kids. And I think that's a huge missed opportunity because it's my personal belief that playing with toys will benefit society, and you'll stop seeing these shootings and all this other stupid stuff that goes on in schools nowadays, because kids will understand good will triumph over evil. So He-Man will always triumph over Skeletor in their play. You don't get that with the freaking app. So we're going to look at these again. Here, the Super 7 line, and again, these are now no longer being made because Super 7 no longer has the license, and they've moved on to other franchises. So I think that it was wonderfully done, and I highly recommend people, even now with these new Mattel versions, I still recommend, if you're able to find any leftovers, I would do so. So here are the two new figures in question. We got He-Man and Skeletor. And Skeletor, you know, again, here are the original Mattel versions of the classic figures. These are from my collection. You can see they're a little bit worse for wear, but I kind of like that look on it because it just shows that it's weathered countless battles and it's still, you know, my toy, so I kind of love it. So anyway, going back, like Skeletor kind of looks like Ghost Rider from the Marvel Comics, with the you know, mouth open and his eyes a little bit bulging out. I think that's a little bit interesting. You also have a little bit more articulation. They could bend at the elbow. They also have foot pegs, which is a wonderful addition versus the vintage. And it includes a comic inside where the Super 7s didn't. That was just a, you know, a painting or picture that was included with the figure, and they were pretty much the same. But the comic book is the same. So the one that's in He-Man is the same one that's in Skeletor, versus the vintage comics, which was part of the lore of collecting these, is that you could continue the adventures. I mean, you had the Filmation cartoon, but the comics was actually really fun to get into. And you see, I have like a lot of them. So that's, look where Skeletor's, look where his hands are. Anyway, this is actually the original, the one that came with He-Man. So that's kind of cool. But it's the same comic book that's included on all the first, and this is the first wave. So you have He-Man, Skeletor, Teela, Evil Lyn, Man-at-Arms, and Beastman. Right now it's only He-Man and Skeletor, and I think Prince Adam and the Sled, and then a Battle Cat has been issued. But I don't see Teela, Evil Lyn. I know there's a pre-sale for Man-at-Arms and Beastman that's going to occur in November. So that will mark the end of the first wave of this. It's just kind of weird that's debuting in the middle of a pandemic. But I guess that's what, you know, along with G.I. Joe Classified and, you know, that Kenner Star Wars Empire vintage collection, that's pretty much was probably slated for 2020. So they had already produced them, and now they're rolling out to stores everywhere. Again, the He-Man face is the one that, when I originally saw pictures of this, I was like, ugh, and I wasn't too keen on it. But, you know, it just pulls on the nostalgia strings, and you have to I end up getting them anyway. And I thought it'd be beneficial because you guys might see them. Do I recommend picking these up? Yeah, if you're a He-Man fan, what the hell? It's not that big of a price point where it won't harm. But if you're able to, if you can, I think the Super 7 one is far and away the best version of He-Man to get. Even, I mean, yes, you can't replace the classic one, but this is damn close, man. This is damn close. And it's just in the same scale molding. The face is a little bit different than the original He-Man. Kind of being more closer to the Filmation. And Evil Lyn, she is my favorite. I don't know what it is, but I like bad girls. But I love Evil Lyn. So I guess what I'll have to do is find Evil Lyn for this wave and compare her to the Super 7 version. But I thought this would be a fun video just to share and showcase this new figure that's being found on the shelves. I found mine at Walmart. And again, you know, that's pretty much, I haven't seen him at Target yet. And God knows all of us G.I. Joe fans have been to Target so many times that I'm getting sick of going to Target. After I get the Baroness, I'm just done with Target. But anyway, there you go. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching.
He-Man.